If that's the woodcutter's camp, does it mean it's on leave? How do you get up here? There's no path leading there.
What the hell was that?
Even more trouble. Who are these not? Bandit.
Hey!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay.
Hey, who's there? Christ!
What about these lot who ran over here? Come on then, mate. Don't look too good.
You gonna cry?
No.
What's going on there?
This guy's still here too.
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Oh, this perk was amazing.
Damn!
All right, I'll let you go.
Yes, God bless you.
Get some good loot though, I can't lie.
Jesus Christ, what am I to do? Not that I can expect any useful advice from you. At least, you have no more cares.
Need someone to talk to?
Fuck! Don't kill me. I can explain.
Explain then.
I won't tell anyone. I swear, I've no one to tell anyway. Just please don't kill me.
I'm not planning to kill you.
You're not one of Runt's men.
No.
Then who are you?
My name's Henry.
I come here in the name of Sir Radzig Kabila and Sir Hanish of Lipa. I'm investigating the raid on the Neuhof stud farm.
Got no idea what you're on about.
Save your breath. If you want any chance to escape the gallows, you better come clean, all right?
Jesus Christ. This will never be over.
So?
Fine then.
That Neuhof raid of yours didn't turn out quite as planned, did it?
Depends on whose plan you're talking about. We were up to it to grab some loot and bugger off. Only Runt's cutthroats was there to shed blood.
What do you mean, Runt's cutthroats?
There were two gangs there, mine and Runt's. We was only there to steal, but they wanted to slaughter everyone.
But when you realised what they had in mind, you didn't have to go along with it, did you?
But we didn't know nothing, even though we were going to Neuhof. They told us to keep watch on the courtyard while they were cutting the horses' throats. Jesus, that fucking vexed me. Their horses was the most valuable thing there. When I spoke up, though, Runt gave me such a bollocking I knew I'd better keep my mouth shut. And when they said we was going to kill anything what moved, then we knew there was no going back.
Yeah, so it was a mix-up of two different bad gangs. Did it mix?
That gang of yours, what can you tell me about them?
Don't know what you want to know. There was 4 of us. Me, Timmy, Limpy Lubosh, and Pius Pava. Sometimes we'd rob a place or hold up pilgrims. Never nothing fancy.
I'm sure you did mischief enough. Who led you?
Pius. He was the oldest, and he'd mostly find the jobs for us. Plan them and the like. He got us into that fucking mess in Neuhof, too.
What about the others?
Timmy's strong as an ox, with a brain to match. You got more sense out of a fence post. And Limpy, I've been with him the longest. He's my one and only friend, I suppose.
Who got your two gangs together? You must have made contact somehow, right?
Pies. He comes to us and says he's got this prime job. We're gonna rob a farm, he says.
Makes sense.
That was a big deal, because mostly we just did small stuff. Hold up on the road now and then, nothing fancy. When they told us how much we could make on it, well, we just couldn't refuse.
So Pius knew them?
They made nothing?
I suppose, but I don't know where from. We even got paid up front. I should have known from the start it was too good to be true.
Where did the rest of your gang end up?
No, well, we know about
You saw
Lugo.
Limpy, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but he's no use to me now. Tell me where I can find Pius or Timmy.
I don't know nothing about Pius. He vanished in the woods, and I haven't seen him since. Timmy, I reckon, went back to the mill where he works.
Which mill?
The windmill a bit north of Neuhof.
Huh. So, I don't know if going back
Did
to
you
where
know
you
any
work
of
is the
Radzig's
best place.
Not a one. They didn't talk to us at all. None of their faces was familiar either. The only thing I know is they called that huge chief of theirs Runt, and Pius warned us to watch out for him.
I don't suppose you know where they got to after the raid.
On the way to Neuhof, Timmy told me he was at their camp with Pius. I reckon that's where they've gone now.
Okay, so Timmy, we need to talk to Timmy.
Did Timmy tell you where the camp is?
Somewhere in the woods. He didn't say nothing more.
Somewhere in
Thing
the
is,
woods. The whole
Timmy's
place is
got
woods.
quite an imagination. But Pius roared at him to shut it, so I reckon there must be something in it.
Okay. And the raid?
Tell me exactly how the raid went down.
Well, we stormed in from the rear. Runt's people started slaughtering the horses. Jesus, that was bleeding horrible. Meanwhile, me and Limpy had a sniff round the stables to see if we could find anything worth pilfering. And in the end, we got lucky.
What did you find?
Smill, Sir Hanish's groom. I don't know why he was up and what he was doing in the stables, but we took advantage of the situation. Limpy grabs him by the throat and I slapped him round to encourage him to tell us where the money was. Then it all fell apart at the seams. Quicker than you'd believe. Runt comes running up and skewers the groom like a pig for roasting. My jaw dropped. I thought the stuff about killing was just tough talk.
And it wasn't?
No, not in the least.
What happened then?
So the small timers got involved with the big
Gaping
timers.
at Smith.
And it's all
Stuck
gone wrong.
through and through, and I noticed this boy standing at the other end of the stables. The stupid sods pointing at us, jaw hanging down to his knees, saying, "I know you." Runt turns to us and hisses, "Take him down." So me and Lubosh start running, because the lad took to his heels. At the same time, we could hear the noise of the skirmish in the courtyard. We caught up with the boy at the next farmhouse. I knock him to the ground, but he bashes me with some piece of iron so hard my head's ringing like a fucking church bell. Limpy grabs it off him and stands over him with his bodkin in his hand, and I start praying. In the end, Limpy just gives him a kick and says, "Beat it, Ginger." And then Runt shows up at the gate and hollers that we gotta go. So we scarp it.
Okay.
What happened after
Makes
the raid?
sense.
We were waiting for that fool, Timmy. Same place as we met them before, so he'd know where we were, right? Stupid fucking idea. But Pius didn't want to leave him behind. Only when Timmy finally turned up, 2 of Runt's men were dragging him.
There was some difference of opinion.
Is he even
You could
alive?
say that, yeah. They started on us right away that we were traitors. They knew we'd let somebody get away, and now we were going to pay for it. They started trying to surround us, and we knew what was coming. But Limpy took his bodkin and let that fucker have it in the belly.
Runt?
One of the others. Timmy broke free from them, and we all took to our heels. Luckily, they were so buggered from the raid, they didn't follow us for long. They just shouted that they'd find us.
That's all I need to know. So now what do I do with you?
Well,
Hey, over here! It's up the hill. Shh. Jake, tell
They're coming for him.
Oh shit. Runs people. We've got to get out of here.
They're too close. We'll never outrun them.
Fuck.
At least they don't know I'm here. The two of us can take them by surprise.
No fucking way. I'm gone.
Look here. If you run, they'll catch up with you and kill you. And me too. Together, we stand a better chance.
This guy, General Henry.
Jesus Christ. Alright. I suppose you're right.
He's got away with words. The speech checks, they help. Oh, we can take these lot. They're not even wearing plate armor or anything. Charge!
You're in the wrong place at the wrong time. Turns up willingly for the slaughter. All right.
You'll get what's for.
Okay, okay.
You're dead.
Nice, lad.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
All right.
It doesn't let me
Am I
talk to
imagining
him.
it? No. There's something lying there.
Can I talk to him?
I've got some more questions.
What?
You're coming with me. Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush will want to hear what you've got to say.
Don't suppose there's any chance you might turn a blind eye.
Why should I?
I didn't do nothing all that bad, and I told you everything I know. You can tell them yourself, and leave me here, and in a few weeks I'll pack up and clear off.
Okay.
It might be
I'll
best
let
if
you
you
go then,
disappeared.
mate.
You're no use to me anymore anyway.
Yeah,
Thank
there's
you.
no point.
Thank you so much. I'll remember this till the day I die.
Best just try living honestly.
I'll do my best. I promise.
What about this guy? He's gonna know. Like, he just ran off. Fair enough. So. Okay, so we're at the mill. Now I have to find out where this guy is. Everyone will be sleeping surely. 10 o'clock. Not even that late. There we go.
I'm looking for a colossus by the name of Timmy. I heard he works here.
I don't know anyone like that.
I've got good information that he is.
Listen, someone wants to kill him. I have to warn him.
My God. So it's true then. That idiot's got himself mixed up in something dangerous again. All right, but not here. We'll talk round the back, behind the mill.
Okay. There's no one here anyway, so I don't see why that's much of an issue. Okay, so she's finally here. Nearly. A bit more. A bit more.
Here I am. So, why all the secrecy?
What do you want from Timmy?
I just want to
Can
know
you tell me
where
where
he
to
is.
find him?
Promise me nothing will happen to him.
Why do
can't
you care
promise
so
that.
much?
He's my brother. He's not very smart, you see, and he's always getting led astray by his no-good friends. And now there's some right peculiar characters looking for him.
Who are they?
I don't know. But they look like cutthroats, and they said some strange things. But I didn't tell them anything.
That's good. But sooner or later they'll find him anyway.
Precisely.
Tell me where he is, and I'll take care of him.
Okay. Cutscene.
He's hiding at the Colburn farm, over by Merhoyed.
Oh, come on, lad. We're gonna have to try and talk our way out of this.
I get the feeling you're looking for someone here. I'm looking for someone too. Maybe we could help each other.
I doubt it.
And who are you looking for?
A great big ox by the name of Timmy.
I don't know anything.
I'm afraid I don't know anything about him.
That's a shame, a crying shame. I take good care of people who help me. Now, if someone were to tell me where to find Timmy, I might offer that man a job. We could use a smart fellow like that at the camp.
The camp.
You have an encampment somewhere?
Well, sure we do. And no shortage of coin if you're ready to earn it.
Where is it?
All in good time. First, prove we can trust you. Help us find Timmy.
I don't know where he is.
I've no idea where he is. I reckon I'll have to try my luck elsewhere.
That wench didn't tell you anything.
No.
Nothing about Timmy, anyway.
So what were the two of you talking about?
I'd say that was none of your business, wouldn't you?
Farewell, then, neighbour. Come on, boys!
Nice. Nicely done, my friend. I don't know why I just said that to myself, but it was nicely done. Merhoyed. Nowhere near Merhoyed. My friend Timmy. Close to the west, is he?
Yeah.
There we go. I'm not talk to these lot.
Hey, Timmy. How are you today?
I'm all right. Have we met?
We have now.
Huh? Oh, shit. What do you want? It wasn't me. I didn't... I mean... Shit.
I saw what you did at Neuhof.
What are you talking about? You weren't there. I mean, I wasn't there.
Don't waste your breath. You were there with Limpy Lubosh and Reeky. I heard all about it.
What do you want from me?
Your mate Hinek told me about a whole camp full of those horse huns. And I want to find it. I need to find it.
Yeah, but why should I trust you, though? I'm not stupid. You might be one of them. Pretending to not be one of them. Trying to catch me out. I won't tell you nothing.
Surely I can easily speech check this guy.
Why would I be trying to catch you out? For Christ's sake, man, they crucified Limpy Lubosh in Ujits. What the hell are you trying to pull here?
Shit. What will I do? Shit. I don't know where their camp is.
That's a load of horse shit. Hinek told me you were there, and that Pius warned you to keep your mouth shut. You must know something.
Well, once I was there with them, yeah. Only, I was pretty drunk, so I'm not too sure.
Try to remember.
It was in the woods. In some kind of woods. You know, with trees and stuff. There were some wrecked houses there and all. In the woods. A church. There was a church there. kind of a broken one, though.
Bit in some
Oh,
rundown
great.
place.
Thanks a lot. Now it's all clear to me. Do you remember which way you went?
It was straight north from Berg. When you go uphill from the castle, there's a path there round some barns, I think. It leads to the woodcutters' camp. If you go further on past the woodcutters, you come across this abandoned house. Can't miss it. Looks like a house, only abandoned.
Brilliant.
Go to the left there and carry on till you come to this clearing with a big beech tree. Or was it an oak?
There's no way you can't tell the
You
difference.
go left there again. There's this narrow path and you go straight along there. Sometimes it splits up. You just keep to the left until you come to a crossroads by this big flat rock. You keep straight on there. After a while, you'll see a bridge. And it's right there. Easy as you please.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
Okay.
But you won't tell nobody about Neuhof, right? You promised. Oh no, bugger. I meant to make you promise, but I forgot.
This guy. I know.
No, don't worry.
These lot.
But in
just need
future,
to
find
go
some
home.
other way to make money. Like honest work?
Thanks. I'll try. On account of my sister, at least.
That girl at the windmill?
Hi, Mirka. Did you talk to her? What did she say?
She told me you're as thick as a fence post and always getting dragged into some mischief.
Did she? Yeah.
Is she gonna be
She's
alright?
probably right.
I doubt they'll do anything to her if they didn't do anything to me. Okay, now I need to go back to the Radzig. They've been here this whole time. Surely I've got a place to rest here. I guess we'll just wait for a while. Okay. I feel like I've waited enough time. I did some maintenance on the swords. I only have so many swords though. But it took me a few hours. And I did quite a bit. I'm gonna see if I can wake him up. I didn't want to wake him up, but I've got not much else to do.
Greetings.
And because
What
of
do
the
you
main
need?
story, I assumed that he would be fine with being awake.
I have some news about the investigation, sir.
Good. Tell me.
I went to Uzhit, where they told me I could find Lubosh, only someone had murdered him. It seems they're trying to cover their tracks and get rid of witnesses.
Indeed. The whole affair's becoming ever more suspicious. Have you any further clues?
I found out about another one of them, a crony of Limpy Lubosh's. They call him Reeky, and he comes from Ledechko.
You're doing a good job, but you need to be careful. Have you found this Reeky fellow?
I'm afraid my news isn't good, sir.
I might have expected as much. Tell me the worst.
This Reeky fellow was hiding out in the woods, and his former accomplices really did want to kill him, because he, Limpy Lubosh and others deserted them in Neuhof. It seems they wanted no part in the killing. Anyway, Reeky told me they were hired by a bandit they call Runt. He's the one who stole your sword. Those murdering whoresons weren't after loot. They just wanted to do damage. And the worst thing is, they have an encampment in the area, and they're getting ready to make more trouble.
Sakra. Anything else?
That's all I found out so far.
I just want to know if I can get that
All right.
sword.
Come back and report to me as soon as you learn anything new.
Okay.
Sir, I've been to Uzhitz, and the parish priest there is very odd indeed. He's very handy with a sword. Do you know anything about him, sir?
Godwin? Aye, an intriguing
Yeah, he
fellow.
does. Oh my
He's
gosh.
the youngest son of one of the lords of Kuttenberg.
Oh
He was
my
sent to the
days.
university to become a priest, as is customary with the youngest son. But he didn't much care for it. So when he finished studying, instead of taking up his parish, he went roaming. I imagine he had a pretty adventurous life. And then one day he came back and settled down. Hanush would know more about him.
Ooh, I might go ask Hanush. It seems like he would be quite fun.
About that encampment, sir.
What is it, lad?
I know where it is.
I found out about the camp from another of the bandits who deserted. He's called Timmy. Big fellow, but more brawn than brain. The camp is an
Only
abandoned
brawn.
village in the woods to the west of town, Berg.
Good work, lad. Have you been to check it out? Do you know how many of them there are?
I don't know much apart from where it is.
We really need to find out more. Could you go back there and try to discover anything that could help us in the assault? The more we know, the better. And if you could carry out some sabotage while you're in there, it would be invaluable. But don't take any unnecessary risks. I don't want to lose you.
Certainly, sir. That is... I'll do what I can.
That's what I like
I'm
to hear.
completing this.
You'll be our eyes and ears, lad. Our success will depend on what you find out. Go, and get back here as soon as you can. Meanwhile, I'll muster my men.
I'll find out what I can and be right back.
Take care.
I'm really excited to do this. Thing is, though... Oh, he's awake now. Can I train with him? Okay. I was getting in the way of his pathing. I want to do some side quests. But, I don't think this will be timed. Where exactly am I now? If I'm quite close, I might just go there. I'll go back to Skalitz. I might explore down this way. I assume this is like mid-game, you know, so I want to know the whole map. Know where everything is. Future missions.
Yeah.
I think they're still gonna be here. All the bodies. What's going on here?
What have we here?
What have we got here? Entertainment?
What's the
Fucker!
The hell?
Ah, I got hit by a guard, man.
Best you
Wasn't worth it.
Yes, guards, have him.
Stop while you have a chance.
All right, lads. Good play. I got hit a bit hard though. And I can just take their stuff. That's quite nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so the game crashed. Went to Skalitz again. The same thing kind of happened. I just got less loot and I've stored it all in the chest. Instead of getting like the high end, I got some like, they're still pretty good. I got some different armor. I didn't get the combat jacket, which I actually wanted. Now I'll probably sell all that stuff, or maybe not. I got hit pretty hard, so I came to Sasau and spent the night here and stored all the stuff. And because it crashed up and I've got worse stuff from it, I'm not very happy right now. I'm in total despair.
Yeah.
So I'm deciding to just, I might go and do the main quest again. Or I mean, one of the side quests.
It's been weeks.
But I need more for them.
We can supply you with a few more blankets, but not many.
Look at them. Look at the state they're in.
I know the wounded need caring for.
One of them dragged himself in here with broken ribs, and now he's going to die from pneumonia and starvation.
Then you want pneumonia.
Look, we're doing the best we can, and this kind of attitude isn't helping. I bid you a good day.
Yes, Johanka. You need some help.
Johanka?
Henry?
I'm glad to see you.
Me too. I heard that you're doing well.
Well, that depends.
You're alive. So you're doing well.
Okay, I'm sorry. Not grateful enough. Henry, you should be more grateful, honestly. If it was me, I would be.
You wouldn't happen to know what Fritz and Matthew did here, would you?
Don't even talk to me about that. They weren't badly injured compared to most of the others here, and after lying in bed for a while, they got bored. So they started drinking. I'm trying to help people in dire need, and the two of them are drinking with that cretin Elias.
They always have been thoughtless, but at least they were punished for it. Who is this Elias, anyway?
One of the ordinal monks who helps out here. He was the one who brought the booze. All three of them got friendly pretty fast. You know what they say about birds of a feather.
No, I don't, actually.
And do you know what got between
Probably
them?
a brawl, considering the quest name.
1 minute they're the best friends in the world, and then a lot of yelling and furniture flying around. They threw Fritz and Matthew out straight afterwards.
What kind of person is this Elias?
A timid kind of fellow.
Timid?
And why is he being so hard on Fritz and Matthew? They're drowning in debt because of him, and it seems all they had was a small fight.
I don't know. He was the one who wanted to befriend them in the first place. I don't believe it's because of any property damage they did. It's got more to do with wounded pride.
Thank you. That's all I need.
You need help.
What's happening here? Oh my god. Philip and... they're all...
Yes. Where do you think the wounded ended up?
Actually,
I had no idea.
I had no idea.
Well, now
The
you know.
apothecaries.
Me and Nicodemus have been trying to keep things under control since Skalitz was raised. Just the two of us.
Just the two of us. Can I help? I would like to help.
So can I help at all?
Certainly.
There's an alchemy lab in
You can
here.
always use an extra pair of hands here. And it's been like that since the beginning.
I was in a bad way myself back then. They took me to Rat-Eye unconscious, and I needed a healer. How's everyone holding up? What can I do?
Holding up? People here are dying, usually needlessly, and I can't do anything about it. We don't have enough food or space or anyone who's willing to help us.
Why is the guard outside?
Why is there a guard outside?
He's here because of me.
Because of you?
Yes. There was one time I just had enough of it all, of the way they treat us, and I almost slapped one of... But that doesn't matter.
You don't need a guard for that, man. Come on. What about you?
And how are you doing? You're the only woman here, alone in the monastery.
Some of the monks speak to me, but other people act like I don't exist. Too bad the custodian isn't one of those.
Is the custodian causing you problems?
All the time. Apparently he has a wife somewhere, but that doesn't stop him. He's constantly strutting around in front of me.
And, what else?
What do you mean, what else? He's invited me to his home.
I could do something about it, if you liked.
No, I can deal with him. The last thing I need is you going around threatening
I don't need
people.
to threaten anyone.
It won't help me, and it definitely won't help
I have
the
a way with
refugees.
words. Yeah, and if he's bothering you, might as well.
What can you tell me about the custodian?
He's supposed to be in charge of all the guards and the security of the monastery. But really, he has a say in pretty much everything, including supplies. And that's why he probably thinks he can do whatever he wants.
Doesn't the monastery care for them?
They give us some food for them and a place to sleep, but I wouldn't say they help exactly. More like they just tolerate us.
Do you have enough food?
Do you have enough food?
Enough to survive, maybe. But convalescents need feeding up.
Maybe if I brought some meat, some game, that would strengthen them up.
That would be a great help.
Game meat, can it?
Anything else you need?
Look around.
Well, it is a little crowded.
Crowded? I've had to leave some of the sick lying in the open air, even at night. And have you seen what they're lying on?
No, I haven't actually been inside.
I'll try to negotiate better conditions with the monastery.
I tried that, out loud. They just nod their heads, but don't move a muscle.
Very well. Doesn't anyone help you with nursing these people? You've got scholars
That's
all
what I
around
don't
you.
understand.
Scholars, maybe, but they leave the healing up to God. Nicodemus is trying, but everything he knows is from his books.
Can I have a look at them myself? I know a little about healing.
Do you now? And what would you do if you burnt yourself at the forge?
First, you have to cool it down with water. Marigold ointment helps, and it's better if you don't bind it and let it breathe.
You do know what you're talking about. Looks like blacksmiths know about more than just pulling teeth.
Yeah, that's quite
Pulling
offensive.
teeth? Nothing to it. As long as you don't squeeze the pincers too hard and crush them.
Well, go
Great
and see if
banter.
anyone needs anything. Just don't go pulling anyone's teeth.
They probably need it. I'm not gonna go pulling out.
All right,
anyone's teeth.
that's all I need to know.
Look, Henry, I know I can speak harshly, but I'm at the end of my tether. Last week Bohuslav died. Maybe you knew him. And nobody even blinked an eye. We desperately need help.
Yes.
I'll do
Let me
whatever's
help
in my
and
power.
Stop speaking. Okay. I guess we stumbled upon this, so we'll just do this because vibes.
Everything here is fine.
Man said everything here is fine.
I feel quite hungry.
Insomnia.
Christ above! I can't get a wink of sleep.
What are you making such a fuss about?
A fuss? Because of my leg, I have to stay here for at least another week. Hurts like fuck. And with everyone else moaning and groaning all night, I can't get any sleep.
What?
Why don't you go and lie somewhere else?
I can't. Not with this leg.
Oh my gosh. Let's try something.
Maybe I can make you something to help you sleep.
Oh, then for God's sake, do it quickly.
Take care now.
Help him fall asleep. Oh, this is gonna be a bunch of.
Philip, from Skalitz. I don't see any wounds, but he's shaking terribly. These wounds have been well taken care of.
He's fresh.
These wounds have been well taken care of.
What do you want?
So I recognize him.
You're not from Skalitz?
No, but please help me. I can't stay here.
Well, you're pretty battered, mate.
Well, you're pretty battered, but I don't see anything that a few weeks' rest can't fix.
Weeks? My God, I have to get back to work sooner than that.
Why don't you want to say?
What's the problem? Why can't you stay until you heal?
I have a family. I'm poor. It's only thanks to the building work that we can survive. And the master told me if I don't come back in a few days, then I shouldn't come back at all. And where can me and my wife go then? Who'll take us in? We'll end up living in the woods, where any bandit or ruffian could set on us.
Can't I just give these lots some money so they can just chill? I've got money.
What happened to you?
I was working on the building when the scaffolding up by the
Ooh,
roof
that's
collapsed
gonna
underneath
hurt,
me.
man.
Well, and you're very lucky you
Depends
survived
how
at all.
high it was.
Yes, that's what everyone tells me. But it's no use being alive if all I can do is lie here like a wet sack of barley.
Is there anything I can do to help? It looks like they took care of your wounds.
When I was little, my father got trampled on by a horse, and an old hag from the village gave him some kind of purple herbs for it. and he got better very
So
quickly.
he wants a
Do you
placebo.
remember what the herbs were?
I don't. But there's supposed to be the whole cursed knowledge of the world in this place. Something has to be written about it. A herbarium, anything.
I'll try to find something.
Thank
Thankfully,
you.
I've got
Thank
loads of
you.
herbs
God be
in
with
my
you.
chest.
What the?
You look alright.
You look all right.
Mostly, but my leg still
Everyone's
hurts.
leg is all.
Did the
What
humans
do these
wound
guys
you?
do? Jump off cliffs?
That's what I tell the ladies. Truth is, I did myself a mischief while I was running away.
And do they rebandage it for you?
Occasionally. They told me they don't have enough bandages.
I have a few.
Well, that's no use. Those bandages need changing.
I have some.
I've got bandages, so I can take care of it.
Wonderful.
10.
Could you tell Brother Nicodemus?
I can do it myself.
I thought you were a blacksmith.
A long time ago. But unfortunately, I've had to learn a thing or two about the art of medicine since then.
Well, fine then. Farewell.
Yeah, boy. I've done one of them.
These wounds have been well taken care of. These wounds have been well taken care of. Everything here is fine.
Who's this?
He's not reacting. But all I can see that's wrong with him is his leg. I have to ask Johanka.
We need to talk about Philip. This is Nicodemus. Oh, this is Elias. Oh yeah, I need to talk to you as well, mate.
And who are you?
Brother Elias.
What do you do here?
What I can. I'm just trying to help the Skalitz locals as much as I can.
How long have you been helping here?
Since before the refugees arrived. It was much
I don't want
less
to force
crowded
him
back
out doing
then.
this quest, so I'll finish this one first. And then I'll
And what
settle
do
the
you do
beef
here
that he's
exactly?
got with my boys.
Mainly, I help Brother Nicodemus. Occasionally, I keep watch at night in case someone takes a turn for the worse. Sometimes I have to hold a patient down or fetch and carry things.
Do you know anything about healing?
A little. I can manage the basics, but without Brother Nicodemus, I'd never be able to deal with the more difficult cases.
Okay.
Thank you.
Farewell.
Johanka. Okay, can I get some food, please? Honestly, because this guy's annoying me. There's people outside too.
These wounds have been well taken care of. These wounds have been well taken
Everyone
care of.
inside is- Where's Johanka? Nicodemus is here. What can we ask him?
You're the one who's in charge of the wounded.
Yes, I'm the infirmarius here. Time was I only had a few elderly monks who couldn't walk to take care of. Now I have this mess to deal with.
Monks so old they can't hold themselves up with their own legs.
If that were the only bodily function they could control. But I shouldn't talk like that. It's a blessing to live to such an age.
Oh my gosh. So much stuff.
How are the wounded from Skalitz?
Some of them are well taken care of. But others are dying here needlessly. It's a good thing we have Johanka here.
Quiet!
I'd never be able to manage on my own.
So you don't normally treat the wounded then?
Well, there were accidents, of course. A broken leg, someone who'd been kicked by a cow or bitten by a goat. But this, I've never dealt with the carnage of battle before.
If only it had been a battle.
Yeah, it wasn't no battle.
This was cold-blooded
These
slaughter.
people don't know how to hold a
You were
sword.
there? God be merciful to you and the dead and the wounded.
What do you think about the custodian?
Baron von Berg? Well, he does his job well. He keeps us safe here. And the last time I saw him was when I was rubbing ointment on his rash.
I heard he's been here a lot lately.
Well, that's true. He comes to visit Johanka. But he's never here long, and he always leaves unsatisfied.
Yeah, because he wants her. This
How
guy's
can I help
dodgy
you?
character, you know. I need to go sort him
Have you
out.
talked to Johanka?
I did.
Well, if you know something about it, then go and take a look. However, you don't look like you've studied the Hippocratic arts.
That's true. I'm the son of a blacksmith. But I have been around the wounded before. What do I do if I'm not sure of the treatment?
Ask him, I guess.
Come and speak to me. We'll see what we can do.
Thank you. Why are they so badly provided for? People are crammed in next to each other, and some have to sleep outside. That can't be good for them. It gets freezing here at night.
I can't afford anything
So it's
more
a
for
money
them.
issue.
How is that possible? You're the infirmarius. You decide how all the money gets spent.
But I have no say in how much money I'm given. And because the abbot's away, it's still the same amount I had when I was taking care of a few old men.
Yeah, I'll go change that.
Can't you do anything? Won't the others help?
Unfortunately not. The brother's in the cloister, and the custodian has enough on his plate with the chaos in the region.
And the local custodian?
I tried him, but it seems he had some disagreement.
I'm talking to this guy, man, honestly.
I can't believe your conscience lets you leave the Skalitz locals.
I know. I'm ashamed.
This guy looks like a good man, at least.
Even so.
You're not the only one.
What happened to Philip?
What happened to Philip?
Philip?
He's unconscious.
I didn't know that. When he first came here, then he got worse and worse.
Ask Johanka.
Do you know anything about herbs?
I'm not an expert.
Well, one of the workers who was injured during... He mentions...
Herbs.
Oh, purple...
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but you can have a...
I can't sleep again.
How about some...
Certainly.
Reliable?
Some of the brothers, and sometimes...
Thanks.
So show me then.
I'd like to...
Savior. Lullaby. Oh, it has to be a lullaby potion. Poppy, herb, Paris, and thistle. Okay, you got poppies, bro.
God be with you.
So how do we actually... Oh, this one. I'll get a few of everything.
Yeah.
Let's sit down and have a talk. Yeah. Where are you going? Huh? Why are you running away? You afraid of this conversation I'm going to have with you? Okay.
God be with you.
You look like Reeky.
I'm helping at the infirmary now, and I came to...
Ah, and how is Johanka? Do you know her well?
Yes, I do.
Good, good. Does she ever talk about me?
I'm mainly here for
topic, mate.
supplies and to talk about the state of the wounded from Skalitz. They need blankets, food...
Well, that's not my problem. Let the infirmarius
I
take
think
care
it
of
is your problem.
His hands are tied. Until the abbot comes back, he can't get anything.
And why should that interest me?
Maybe because of Johanka.
What precisely are you getting at?
Something could happen to her too, someday.
If any ill befalls my dear Johanka, she won't be left lying on some...
Oh, you're unbelievable.
I don't know what you mean, but you... God be with you.
We were talking...
Why...
I'm gonna have to pay him. Honestly, I don't want to pay this guy.
Because I'll pay you.
For supplies?
Oh, come off it. Blankets can get chewed up.
Honestly, hate this guy.
Since it's you.
Come now.
No, mate.
Yes. These things happen, certainly. And as long as the monastery needs my protection, they'll have to put up with it. Take care.
I might hurt this guy, you know? I'm gonna hurt him. Can I ask her about Philip?
Huh. Greetings, Henry.
What's wrong with that man by the altar? He doesn't look wounded, but he's really pale and doesn't react at all.
He had a broken leg. A bad one. The bone had come right through the skin. We tried to straighten it, but I don't know if we did it right. I'm not holding out much hope for him. I've seen folk in that state before, and it didn't end well.
He's probably got the,
my God,
fatty embolism.
There has to be something we can do.
Not done
and
it.
What do you suggest? The monks won't help, and I don't know anyone else who can.
I'll straighten it.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
I'll give it a go. It's not like I can make it any worse.
So you don't know anything? Don't even think about touching that poor man.
I'll go and take a look at the others then.
I need level 3. What happened to Philip?
What happened to Philip?
Poor man. There was nothing wrong with him, and now he's getting worse every day.
He's got viral infection.
But do you know why?
Is it infection?
Maybe. He didn't run away from Skalitz, you see. He hid for days.
Bacterial
among
infection.
The corpses.
Did he?
If he got poisoned.
But what can we do?
Okay.
Us? Nothing. Only Father Simon might have been able to save him. He knew a lot about poisons.
He's still alive.
And where is he?
You know he left Skalitz years ago.
And does anyone know where he ended up?
If you believe the stories about a wild man in the woods, then Rovnar is the place to go.
One of the sick men, Semek, is complaining about pain and the fact...
Semek?
No, he's a...
Henry, for God's sake, our neighbours are dying here. Oh, honest.
Listen, all I need to find...
Then go and look it up in a book.
Where is this herbarium that everyone's talking about? Because I ain't seen no herbarium. Tell me, please. Can I upgrade my first aid? Nice, I've got... Okay. Yes. Okay, let's actually fix that guy's leg.
Henry.
About the man with the bad... My God.
And what do you...
I'll straighten his leg.
Well, I can try. I'll straighten his leg.
You?
Unfortunately, I've had occasion to try this sort of thing before. You have to place the bones as precisely as you can next to each other. It's hard, but you have to ignore any screams of pain. That's the only way to help him.
Well...
Yes, lads.
Fine. Try it then. God be with you.
Ooh, this is a cutscene. It's just gonna be a lot of screaming. Oh.
Are you holding him firmly?
Okay, lads.
Aye.
Ooh. That wasn't that bad, was it?
Done.
Nice. Okay, so now we need a lullaby potion. And how does one make a lullaby potion? Okay, let's try and make the herb thing lullaby potion. What do we put in first? Coffee. Okay, so oil. I believe poppy and boil, and then thistle and boil.
I can't sleep again.
Poppy. That is one boil. Oh, bellows. There we go. The bubbling. Bubbling is, you gotta see bubbles in it to boil it.
Quiet.
Let's hit one more. There you go. Half is enough. Add this one. And then boil it again. And then you let it settle. And then add the herb, and then you collect all the fire. Did you spit in his... What are you doing, mate? When's this gonna cool off? There you go. And then do this. And then collect it for the fire. If this doesn't work, I'm actually going to be quite sad. Yes, I did. It worked. Okay, now we need to find out what the other guy wanted. A triangle. Said it was purple. Huh. So, does he want comfort? Do I just give it to him, or do I ask one of these lot?
I've got something for you.
Really?
Tis the lullaby potion.
Drink this, and you'll fall straight to sleep.
Oh, thank you. God be.
Dear Mistress Johanka, I come again in admiration of your selfless dedication. I would like to invite you to a fine banquet at my palace. You certainly have earned some...
Have
you here, fellow? Who let you in?
Brilliant. You want to chat to me now? I will genuinely scrap you right here, right now.
I'm taking care of the wounded, as I'm sure you're aware.
Ah. Well then, run along and take care of them, and let me talk to Johanka. You're not needed.
No, I'm squaring
here.
up to this guy.
Johanka doesn't need anything from you. Good man.
You will talk to me in an appropriate manner, you maggot. Understand?
I talk to everyone the way they deserve.
Nobody's going to talk to me that way. Lock him up for the night and let him learn some manners.
You're actually gonna lock me up? Nah. There's no way. There's no way you just let me get locked up like that. Nah, I'm not having this. This is straight muggeries